Shedeur Sanders' silent takeover, a quarterback controversy. Bruce in Cleveland. It wasn't just another day at Brown's training camp in Cleveland. This wasn't one of those slow sessions where reporters lazily scribbled down completion stats and fans casually sipped coffee in the stands. No, this was the day things got messy. While Joe Flacco jogged around like it was still 2013 and Dillon Gabriel floated blind passes into traffic, something more significant was happening. Shedeur Sanders was calmly, confidently, and undeniably proving he was the best quarterback on the field. Everyone watching knew it, yet, despite his laser-sharp throws and elite pocket presence, Sanders remained buried on the depth chart. The question was obvious. Why? That question took on a new layer when Browns owner Jimmy Haslam revealed he didn't even want Shedeur on the team to begin with. The revelation stunned fans and cast serious doubt on the decision to draft Dillon Gabriel in the 3rd round, especially after Gabriel threw a pick six because he literally couldn't see over the offensive line. Meanwhile, Shedeur wasn't making mistakes. He wasn't folding under pressure. He was simply balling out again. This camp is no longer about who's taking first-team reps. It's about something deeper, a clash between a legacy name they're afraid of and a draft pick they're desperately trying to force into stardom. The Browns came into day 6 thinking their quarterback situation was under control. Joe as the bridge, Gabriel as the future, and Shedeur just happy to be around. That script is unraveling fast, about as fast as Gabriel's mechanics when he's pressured. Let's look at the facts. Kenny Pickett's hamstring injury created an unexpected 3-way competition. Flacco remains the placeholder. But behind him, chaos. Gabriel, drafted in the 3rd round, was supposed to be next up, but his play has been erratic all week. On day 6, he made the kind of mistake that exposes everything. A pick six in a red zone drill. Not just a bad read, he couldn't see the field. At 5'11", behind a wall of 6'5" inches linemen, he was practically invisible. He launched a wobbly pass straight into coverage. Cameron Mitchell snagged it with ease. Now compare that to Shedeur Sanders. No picks, no panic, no wasted reps. Despite working with the 2nd and 3rd team units, he looked more NFL ready than the guy Cleveland took 2 rounds earlier. This isn't just a depth chart, it's a disaster. The fan base feels it. The locker room feels it. And Haslam's comments poured fuel on the fire. Flacco did what he always does: manage the game. Played it safe, nothing spectacular. He opened the day with a sloppy 11-on-11, including a false start, near sack, and throwaway under pressure. No one blinked. He's a veteran. A steady hand, a seat warmer. He rebounded during 7-on-7s, and even scrambled once to fire up the huddle. Meanwhile, Gabriel imploded. Sure, he had moments like a nice layered throw to Deontay Johnson, but when it mattered most, he collapsed. With seconds left in a red zone drill, he fired blindly into a swarm of defenders. No arc, no depth, no chance. He likely didn't even see the linebacker lurking. And again, Cameron Mitchell made him pay. While all eyes were on Flacco and Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders was delivering his cleanest performance yet. No turnovers, sharp reads, veteran poise. Call it what it is. Shedeur Sanders is getting the rawest deal in any NFL training camp right now. Gabriel keeps getting chances, despite mistake after mistake. Shedeur hasn't taken a single snap with the first team, not one, yet he's clearly the most polished quarterback on the field, not named Joe Flacco, on day 6. Sanders started with 2 sharp completions in 11-11s. He stepped up in the pocket like a seasoned pro and hit Gage Laverdane on a crisp seam route that had fans and media buzzing. No hesitation, no happy feet, just read, plant, fire. Even in the red zone drill, with a collapsing third-team offensive line, Shedeur made smart decisions. He was sacked once, but it was clear the pocket collapsed immediately, not his fault. He finished the day turnover-free with better poise than Gabriel and sharper reads than Flacco had early on. Yet still no promotion, no praise from the coaching staff, no bump in the rotation, just silence. But now we know why. When Haslam publicly distanced himself from Shedeur's selection, social media exploded. The optics are ugly. While Shedeur's talent is obvious, his respect is being held hostage by internal politics. And it got worse when Haslam spoke to the press. It was supposed to be a routine Q&A, stadium plans, football fluff, but when asked about the QB room, Haslam pivoted away from Shedeur, bluntly admitting he wasn't behind the pick. Let that sink in. The team's owner admitted he didn't sign off on the most talked about rookie in the building. That admission didn't just cause controversy, it exposed dysfunction. Now Gabriel's presence makes even less sense. You've got a 5th rounder outperforming expectations and showing real command, and a 3rd rounder throwing picks because he can't see the field. Yet Gabriel gets 2nd team reps and media protection. That's not strategy, that's politics. Haslam's denial made things worse. It painted Shedeur as unwanted by the front office, and Gabriel as the default favorite. But on the field, it's the opposite. Shedeur is working harder, showing maturity, and still shining despite the lack of support. So why hasn't the coaching staff adjusted? Are they too focused on justifying a draft pick that's clearly not ready? If you think Shedeur is bothered by it, think again. He's not complaining, he's not pointing fingers. He's just playing football. And the only people who haven't noticed are the ones being paid to notice. On day 6, he didn't get any first-team snaps again, but he made the most of what he got. Running with backups, Sanders showed control, sharp footwork, accurate ball placement, and reads better than Gabriel's and arguably better than Flacco's early work. And that's what's buzzing inside. The building Shedeur is doing more with less. Gabriel has clean pockets and elite receivers, and he still threw a pick 6. Flacco gets time and protection. Shedeur, he's dodging pressure from 2nd-string linemen and still making the right plays. He hasn't thrown a single interception all camp. That's not luck. That's discipline. Veterans are starting to notice. Whispers around the facility say they respect Shedeur's calm demeanor. Some even want to see what he could do with the starters. It's only a matter of time before fans start chanting his name at open practices. The deeper you look, the clearer it becomes. The only thing holding Shedeur back is agenda, not ability. Inside the locker room, a quiet rebellion may already be underway. Fans are waking up too. After day 6, Browns Nation flooded social media asking the same question: why isn't Shedeur getting first-team reps? Clips of his perfect seam route to Laverdane are going viral. Fans are analyzing his footwork, pocket presence, and comparing it to Gabriel's ugly pick 6, and the contrast. Embarrassing. One looks like a lost high school QB, the other looks like a franchise leader. And when Haslam's comments hit the airwaves, admitting he didn't co-sign, Sanders, it poured gasoline on the fire. This is the same ownership that gave Deshaun Watson a $230 million guaranteed deal. Now they're pretending a smart, composed rookie doesn't even deserve a look. The fans aren't buying it. They're chanting at drills, calling into radio shows, demanding change. And they're reminding the front office that in Cleveland, talent should win. If the front office won't act, the people will. And if you think this story ends here, just wait. The tide is turning in Cleveland. No depth chart manipulation or PR silence can stop it, because no matter how hard they try to bury Shedeur behind safe options like Flacco or drafted favorites like Gabriel, he just keeps rising. Now the fans, veterans, and insiders all see it for what it is, a quiet takeover in the making. Every rep is filled with purpose. Every throw makes a statement. Every interview is a lesson in professionalism. He's not begging for attention. He's not asking for fairness. He's doing something far more threatening to the status quo. He's earning respect. Meanwhile, Gabriel is cracking. That pick six wasn't just a bad pass. It was symbolic. Symbolic of a regime prioritizing draft status over performance. Symbolic of a front office grasping to justify a pick that clearly isn't ready. And steady, reliable, but a placeholder. Not the future. The future is already here. His name is Shedeur Sanders. So the real question isn't if Shedeur takes over, it's when. And when he does, it won't be because it was handed to him. It'll be because he took it rep by rep, throw by throw, moment by moment.